If time is not linear but cyclical, can we actually change our past? Let's break this down carefully. First, what does cyclical time mean? In a linear model, time moves like an arrow. Past gives present, gives future. The past is fixed, the future is open. In a cyclical model, time behaves more like a loop or spiral. Events, patterns, and energies repeat. What has been will be again, not necessarily in identical form, but in structure. Many ancient traditions viewed time this way. In Hindu cosmology, the concept of ujas describes repeating world cycles. In Stoic philosophy, eternal recurrence suggested reality unfolds in recurring patterns. Even modern physics allows for time symmetry in certain equations. But here's the key distinction. Cyclical does not automatically mean editable. It means patterns return. Now, can we change the literal historical past? No, not in the physical sense. What happened, happened. The events themselves are fixed in space-time, however. We can change three powerful dimensions of the past. 1. The meaning of the past. 2. The emotional charge of the past. 3. The pattern that the past keeps recreating, and this is where cyclical time becomes psychologically real. Let me explain. If time is cyclical in your life, it shows up as repeated patterns. You date the same personality type again and again, you hit the same financial ceiling repeatedly, you react to authority the same way every time. That is your personal time loop. The past isn't just behind you, it is replaying through you. Now here's the breakthrough. When you change your state of consciousness in the present, you interrupt the cycle. And when the cycle is interrupted, the past no longer recreates itself in the same way. In that sense, you have changed your past, not the event, but its living influence. For example, if you experienced rejection years ago, that event may still be shaping your identity. It may cause you to anticipate abandonment. That anticipation changes your behavior. That behavior creates new rejection. The past is looping. But if you reinterpret that original rejection as redirection, or as training, or as incompatibility, instead of personal inadequacy, something shifts. Your nervous system relaxes. Your behavior changes. You choose differently. The cycle breaks. The past event remains historically true, but its causal power dissolves. That is the only real way we change the past, by removing its authority over the present. Now let's go deeper. If time is cyclical, then growth is not about escaping the past. It's about ascending the spiral. Imagine time not as a flat circle, but as a spiral staircase. You revisit similar themes, but at different levels of awareness. You may face rejection again, but this time, you don't collapse. You may face financial pressure again, but this time, you respond strategically instead of emotionally. The event looks similar, but you are different, and that difference alters the outcome. So the real question isn't, can we change what happened? The real question is, can we change how we participate when the pattern returns? Because it will return. Life will bring similar tests until the lesson is integrated. When you respond differently, the loop completes and upgrades. This is why healing feels like rewriting history. When you genuinely forgive, the memory changes texture. The emotional intensity softens. Your body stops reacting as if it is still happening. Neurologically, even memory itself is not fixed. Every time you recall an event, you slightly rewrite it. Meaning is fluid. So while you cannot step back into 2012 and alter events, you can step into the present and remove 2012's grip on your nervous system. And once its grip is gone, its future repetitions disappear. That is practical retro-causality in a cyclical framework. You don't edit the timeline, you end the pattern. And when the pattern ends, the past no longer defines the future. So can we change the past? Physically? No. Psychologically? Absolutely. Causally, in terms of pattern and meaning? Yes. And that is the level that actually determines your life.
How?
The power is not in traveling backward. The power is in responding differently when the cycle comes back around. Break the pattern, and you break the time loop. And when you break the time loop, you step onto a higher spiral. That's where real transformation begins.